Just working hard every day. You always just need to give your best. Hopefully one day you make the big step and play for the Arsenal.
If you want to be the best, you have to put in the time. While many were stunned by the emergence of Hector Bellerin back in 2014, the Spaniard knew he was ready. He put in his 10,000 hours and took his chance. His identity as a flying fullback has been honed over the years, built on a foundation of hard work that began when he realised what it would take to become a professional footballer.
At the beginning, to be fair, you just play football for fun. There was 1 year when obviously everything just keeps getting tougher, you keep getting older, competition is much more competitive and you need that little bit more of an edge, you know. So I remember I had this coach, I talk about him a lot, his name is Hector Sanchez, and he's the first coach that kind of introduced the psychological side of football to us. He's the first one that told me, like, Hector, if you work really hard, you can really become someone, you know. So since then, that's been my ethic, you know. I used to be the one that used to run the most in training, and I think since that day, probably since I was like 14, 15, that's when I really got that mentality that hard work was gonna take me far. And it's hard for like 365 days a year, you know, to be fully focused and always working at your 100%, but if you really want to be up there, you have to do it.
Knowing what it would take to unlock his vast potential, a whole new Hector began to take shape.
My improvement through that year, I think that the way I improved not only on the football pitch, but also like obviously physically, and you know, I just thought, not that things were getting easier, but I was reaching my targets and I was getting where I wanted to be and I was improving as a player. When I look back, I think I always had it in me anyway, but I just didn't realize when I was a kid that I was really working hard because I was really only having fun, you know. But to be fair, that's the how I still do it today, and I think obviously that's where it's taking me here. So it's the same way I want to keep working and training every day.
As Hector started to realise his potential, he soon got noticed. A move to Arsenal in 2011 signalled a new chapter in his career.
That's when I really started to feel like I was going to the next level physically, you know. And I was a quick player already, but you know, it's not just about getting better at the things that you're not good at, but if you're really good at something, you can make it even better. I worked really hard for like 1-2 years lifting and doing all the mechanics of my running. I kind of had to change the way I ran and everything, a bit like athletics, you know, but in obviously adding the football into it. And now I just trying to keep it up, you know. Under 21s used to play one time every 2-3 weeks, so you had loads of time to do that kind of work. But now it's a bit harder. But football doesn't really wait for anyone, you know. So if you're not on top of it, it's hard.
There are many unknowns in the career of a footballer. Sometimes a hair's breadth is the difference between making it at the top or not. But when it comes to hard work, it's always best to put in the time, so you're ready to take the opportunity if it comes.
If you don't work hard, your chances of making it, they reduce to a very small amount, you know. But I think it's also about being lucky as well, you know, to be able to have, like, I had the boss that gave me the chance to play. Maybe if it was another coach, I wouldn't have got my chance. And then obviously take it, you know, once you got the opportunity to show the people what you can do, you gotta make sure that you're at your best, that you help the team, that you make a difference, and that's the way that you make it, you know. Then there's loads of things that can happen to a footballer. There's always injuries and stuff like that. But I mean, I think working hard is the only thing really that is always in your hand and you choose to do, and everything else is out of your control. So if you can do it, just do it. Every football player goes through like highs and lows, you know, but it's about not giving up. I mean, I remember I went to Watford, I started playing every single game, then all of a sudden get a different coach and I'm not getting my minutes, and you know, you feel like you can do it, you feel that you can be in that starting 11, but things are not coming. But that's the moment where you really have to focus the most, you know, because when you're happy, you're winning, you can work easy because the atmosphere is nice, everyone wants to work, everyone wants to get better. But when things don't go well, that's the moment that you really have to grind, you have to work hard, and you know, just wait for the time, and I'm sure if you work hard and you wait for it, it will come.
For more Arsenal videos, you know what to do. Subscribe.